This is the slope-intercept form quiz. For this quiz, you may use a calculator. You will have a work document where your work needs to be shown. Please read all the directions and make sure to always use lowercase letters and no spaces. Any slope value should be either a whole number or a fraction reduced to simplest form. And y-intercepts should be written as the location they are. If you have to write an equation of a line, use slope-intercept form with no spaces. Make sure when you are done, you attach your work document for 12 points. Number 1, you're going to choose 3. Slope is the change in the dependent variable divided by the change in the independent variable, the steepness of a line, x divided by y divided by x, a constant rate of change, the change in the independent variable divided by the change in the dependent variable. Again, you're selecting 3. Number 2, what is the slope-intercept equation? In other words, what does the slope-intercept form of an equation look like? Make sure you use all lowercase letters and do not add spaces. It needs to be an equation. 3a, what letter do we use for slope? B, Y, X, or M? 3b, what letter do we use for the y-intercept? Number 4, when graphing a line, I plot B, or the y-intercept, on the quadrant, y-axis, x-axis. For numbers 5 through 7, given each equation of a line, find the slope and y-intercept. So make sure you listen and read the directions carefully, or the question carefully. 5a, given the equation of the line, what is slope in this equation? Y equals 3x plus 8. Simply write the number that represents slope on the line. 5b, in the same equation, y equals 3x plus 8, what is the y-intercept? Make sure you write your answer as an ordered pair with parentheses. Number 6, given the slope and the y-intercept, write the equation of the line. Use all lowercase letters and add no spaces. So what is the equation if the slope is 2 and the y-intercept is 0, -5? Make sure you write the equation with an equal sign. Numbers 7 through 9. For the following graphs, write the equation of the graph line. Read the directions below carefully so you know exactly how to type in your answer. First, slope should be typed as a whole number or fraction in simplest form. No spaces. Use only lowercase letters. And unless it is a special case, the equation must be in slope-intercept form, so the order you type it in matters. Number 7, what is the equation for this line? First, find the slope, then find where the y is intercepted, and write the equation. Number 8, the same thing. What is the equation for this line? Find slope, and then locate the y-intercept. Number 9, what is the equation for this blue line that goes vertical up and down? Be mindful of which axis it is intercepted through. Number 10, use this equation and graph it on your work document. Graph this equation. Y equals -3/4 x minus 2. Once you're finished graphing it, click yes that you graphed it. Remember, start with the front desk to get your keys, the y-intercept. Once you have the y-intercept, then use the movement to find your room or the slope to create the graph, the line. Number 11, same thing, graph the following equation on your work document. Y equals negative 3x minus 8. Number 12, graph the equation below on the work document. Y equals 5. Think about it. What kind of line would that be? Numbers 13 through 14, given the information, write the equation of the line. On your work document, you will find the slope and y-intercept. For your answer on the form, you'll type the equation of the line. Read the directions below. Slope should be typed as a whole number or fraction in simplest form. No spaces, all lowercase letters, and unless it's a special case, the equation must be in slope-intercept form, so you type it in. How you type it in matters. Number 13, you're going to write the equation for these 2 points, negative 9 and 0, and negative 14, 15. So the 2 points are negative 9, 0, negative 4, 15. First things first, find slope of the 2 points, and then find the y-intercept by substituting one of the points into your equation. Number 14, given the table, write the equation. Again, find the slope from the table, and then use one of the ordered pairs to find the y-intercept by plugging it into your equation. Number 15, you're transforming this equation into slope-intercept form. The equation to transform is negative 2x plus 5. I'm going to start this one over. You're going to transform this equation. Negative 2x plus 5y equals 15. So we want it to look something like y equals mx plus b. So get y alone on the left-hand side and everything else on the right-hand side using math. Number 16, and 17, identify if the ordered pair is a solution to the equation. Make sure you show your work as evidence on the work document. For number 16, is the ordered pair negative 3, 8 a solution to the equation? Y equals negative 2x plus 2. Same thing for 17. Is the ordered pair negative 3, 5 a solution to the equation? Negative 5x plus 2y equals 25. Yes or no? Make sure you show your work. Number 18. Granville Middle School has asked 2 companies to provide their cost for making t-shirts for the 8th grade trip to Michigan Adventure Park. The companies have provided the information in different ways. Using the information provided, answer the following questions. Okay, so for the first company, the first company's name is Print and Wear. The second company's name is Short Sleeved. Okay, so here are the 2 pieces of information. Print and Wear, you're given the information by a graph. And on Short Sleeved, you're given the information with 2 points. For the given t-shirt company scenarios, identify the independent variable. Is it dollars or money? Shirts? Dollars per shirt? Or shirts per dollar? 18B, for the given t-shirt company scenarios, identify the dependent variable. Is it cost, shirts, cost per shirt, or shirts per cost? 18C, what is the slope for Print and Wear? Do not include any labels. Slope should be typed as a whole number or fraction in simplest form. We have provided you the points. What is the slope of this line? You're simply typing in the number on the line below. Number 18D, what is the slope for short sleeves? Do not include any labels. Slope should be typed as a whole number or fraction in simplest form. Here you have to make these 2 things into an ordered pair. You have 100 shirts comma 960. Second ordered pair should be 500, comma 4,560. What is the slope? Change in y over change in x. 18E. Identify the label that would go on the slope for 18C and 18D. Is it cost, shirts, cost per shirts, shirts per cost? Number 18F. What is the y-intercept, or the constant, or the initial value for print and wear? Type your answer as a location, in other words, as an ordered pair. Do not add any spaces. So what is the y-intercept? As a location, as an ordered pair, type your answer here. For 18G, you actually have to do some math to figure out the y-intercept. You know the slope. You know you have a point here. You have an x and a y. You're going to substitute your slope and your x and a y into the equation y equals mx plus b to solve for b. When you solve for b, you'll get a number, but make sure you write your answer as an ordered pair. 18H. Identify the label that would go on the y-intercept. In other words, the constant, the initial value for 18F and 18G. What would the label be? Cost, shirts, cost per shirt, shirts per cost. 18I. Now that you have figured out the slope and the y-intercept for print and wear, type in the equation. What is the equation? So it should look like something equals y equals mx plus b. Make sure you substitute for the slope and the y-intercept the values that you found. 18J. Write the equation of the line for short-sleeved. Make sure you type the equation in the correct order and format. Do not include any labels or spaces. Use all lowercase letters. Hint, use your work document and answers for 18D and 18G. So again, y equals something x plus something. Number 18K. Suppose Granville Middle School needs to order 500 t-shirts and decides to order from Print and Wear. How much will it cost? You need to substitute 500 into your equation to figure out the cost. Remember, t-shirts is which variable? In number 18L, Granville Middle School spends $2,760 at short-sleeved. How many shirts did they purchase? So again, you're going to use your equation from short-sleeved, substitute this cost in for one of the variables, the cost variable, to figure out how many shirts. Once you're done, go back, look at your answers, double-check it before you submit it. Once you submit it, make sure you upload a picture of your work document. Make sure your entire work document is complete to get the total number of points.